Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria 3, where we are spending money that we don't have, and it is great. So, we have an unhealthy economy, obviously. We have an engine input goods shortage, and we need to fix the price of paper and iron. But for right now, we're working on it. Specifically iron. We just finished up some construction on something. I don't actually know what we were constructing previously. Sure. This piece 3D seems fine. I don't really care about that. Cool. So, we're getting this all done, right? That is absolutely great. And we're going to be done expanding our iron mines in 5 weeks. Now, we are spending a little bit of money right now that we don't have. But that's okay. We're going to get our economy properly turned around here quite soon. So that'll be good. 3 weeks until our iron mines are expanded. Actually, 2 weeks and 4 weeks, technically. What is this embargo? Ottoman Empire is embargoing Egypt. Okay. And Great Britain is annexing Tahiti. Sure. I hope they have fun with that. We just got fractional distillation. So that'll be for food industries, and that leads to a couple of new technologies. Cool. Pharmaceuticals have now been unlocked, and now we have the ability to get health insurance. Okay. So for the moment, we probably don't have the cash to do that. I definitely want to think about, let's see, steel railway cars unlocks a production method for railways. What I really want here is to improve engine production, paper production, or iron production. Now, we just expanded our iron, so our iron's probably okay. So what can we get for paper production here? Is it anything in our society here? I don't think so. This is mostly like passive benefits of some sort. Modern sewerage, yeah. And then there's our military techs as well. But for right now, what I'm interested in checking is open hearth process for steel mills. That might not be a terrible thing. Okay. Steam donkeys for mines. Let's go. Cool. So that'll be fine. Our mines are about to be expanded. And that'll be great. Knowledge of psychiatry has started to spread to us. Cool. So we're only 2 weeks away here from finishing up our expanded iron mines. And then we'll make a decision about what we want to work on next economically here. I'm mostly just focusing on the economy for this game. I don't know if you've noticed. Paper and engines. Okay, so we expanded our iron because we needed to expand our steel so that we could expand our engines, right? Because our steel is potentially a problem. Now, if we look at our actual mines here, I can never remember where I built that, but it's here. So if we look at increasing this, we do predict that that would make earnings at this point. Cool. So we should definitely expand our motor industries. And I wouldn't mind expanding our paper either. So let's go into, just so that I don't have to try to remember where these paper mills are, let's just go into here. And let's expand this up to size 5, which we're expecting that to be a small loss. This is going to be a lot. How long will that take to construct? We'd be running this deficit for 23 weeks. That'd be a whole lot. Yeah, that's about what I expected. I'm going to cancel at least 2 of these expansions. No, I'm going to cancel more. I'm going to cancel down to here. A little bit sad that we're running a deficit with 3 constructions. I was hoping that we would be positive with that at this point, but perhaps once our iron mines get a little bit more employed, shall we say, because actually those iron mines are currently fully employed. This one is not. Okay. Cool. So we'll get this going for now. We're working on our engines and our paper. I'm not surprised that there's a tools shortage right now. Or not really a shortage, but it's just expensive. So I wouldn't necessarily mind increasing our tooling workshops in Rhineland. But I definitely want to be making money. So let's just let this chill for the moment. And let's get some constructions done here. Now, Austria is still at their 250 plus 127. Okay. No big deal there. So that's all well and good. How much are we paying right now for our interest? 4.49k. Okay, noted. We definitely do need to work this up a bit. We now have a dedicated police force. Cool. So that finished up that law implementation. Now, we could try to work on another one. We're on mercantilism right now. And we can't really work our way up that. Yeah, there's not a lot that we can actually work on. We can see over here how many alternatives there are. So we're on per capita here. Okay. Sure. We can't really move our way up that at all at this moment. We're on public schools for the moment as well. Our literacy is almost 50%, so we're doing reasonably on that front. I don't want to do peasant levies, that's for sure. We could run a National Guard. That will cost us some bureaucracy. It will provide Home Affairs with a 0% conscription rate, minus 10% revolution or secession progression speed, minus 5% political movement radicalism, and 77 battalions that we can mobilize. We may want to just go ahead and do this as part of our defenses against Austria, just in case they decide to do that. We also just got hydraulic cranes. Cool. That's always nice. Excellent. So we're going to work on our National Guard for the time being. A unification candidate for Germany. Interesting. So where do we see that? I don't know. We'll take a look at that eventually, I'm sure. So how much are we spending on our construction goods right now? 40.5k. The majority of that is going into iron. Cool. And the reason for that, of course, will be because we are running the iron frame buildings. Yes. Cool. So that's fine. Looking at the market here, it definitely looks like we could use some additional food. But engines are definitely something that could be worked on. So that'll be fine. What is this? These guys want to enter into an alliance with us. They're an insignificant power. They have 2 battalions. I think we'll lose more than we'll gain with this, because we'll probably be called into their wars. That said, that might give us a good opportunity to learn how the battle system in this game works. So let's go ahead and do that, even though I don't think it's necessarily the right call. Let's give it a go. So the number of loyalists has been increasing, as has the number of radicals. That's kind of funny. Now, once we get our economy turned around a bit, that's going to be different. Quite different. So we'll work our way through this. But yeah, we're running a deficit for the time being. 5 weeks until these buildings are constructed, and that'll be just fine. Just fine indeed. So 71 additional battalions, huh? I'm assuming this is going to be conscript battalions. Even so, that's a pretty good amount. So we're now at 152. Ah, our construction's finished up. Fantastic. So that's some paper mills expansion. We did expand our engines. It'll take some time for that to come online. The next construction that I want to work on is tooling. So let's bring this up to level 5. And this up to level 2 for the time being. And then we could think, in theory, about upgrading our barracks here. Just build a level 1 in Prussian Brunswick, perhaps. Just so that we have something in all of our states. Cool. So we're spending a tiny amount of cash right now. But that should change once this barracks finishes construction. That's very quick, actually. Okay. So there we go. That is now built. And if we look at us now, still 152 out of 50, but it's probably that this isn't employed yet. Battalions +1 total. Yeah, it doesn't have its employments yet, so that's fine. Price of fine art, engines, and paper is dropping. That's to be expected. A defensive pact. We accept. Cool. So we do need to work on our tools, of course. And that is something that we are doing, but I definitely want to work our way out of debt here. So I'm going to limit us, I think at this point, to 2 simultaneous constructions at any given time, because I don't want to be building further up in debt. I absolutely do want to be getting rid of our debt. So that'll be fine. Preserve no home affairs, enact private schools. Can we just get rid of these when we don't want them? Apparently not. Interesting. Okay, so for the time being, we're doing okay in our current situation. All we've got is unhealthy economy and unused construction production. Obviously, we have unused construction production. We massively overbuilt our construction, right? That was definitely a mistake, but it's all good. We can recover from it. So Austria is definitely stronger than we are. That's for sure. But not by a lot. And if we can boost up our power projection, we might be able to do something about that. Potentially. So we can definitely, after we finished up these tooling workshops, we can definitely think about constructing additional barracks. Or rather, expanding the barracks that we have. So, yeah, we're down to 13.42 million. I would definitely like to see this improve dramatically from where it's at. So that would be good. 4 weeks until these are concluded. That'll be fine. I think we're completely okay here. Ah, our progress here is going quite well, it looks like. A bunch of rivalries just broke. Rivalry with can no longer be maintained due to relations between Russia and Ottoman Empire. Okay, so I guess that's other factions. That's fine. So this checkpoint is going to be done shortly. 18.4% chance. It's probably going to debate. Oh, we got it. Cool. So we can now mobilize 101 battalions, which is more than what it said we were going to be able to. 153 plus 50. Interesting. plus 77. Okay, so that seems to be heading up. Cool. That's absolutely great. Now the question is, do we want to work our way out of debt for a good long time here? Or do we want to instead work on our barracks a little bit? We could try to bring all of these up to like a multiples of 5. I feel like that's probably a bad idea, but we could bring this up to here, hypothetically. Yeah, no. So, as I said, it's a bad idea to do all that at once. We'll build 2 at a time, but they will build quite quickly. So this is a symptom here of overbuilding our construction. There's no doubt about that. But these do build very quick. So we can get those done. We're at plus 27.6k. That's really solid. I'm very content with that, with these constructing, actually. But I think that's because we don't seem like we pay for the last week of construction. So it seems like it's okay. Yeah, I'm comfortable with this. So we bring this up to 5. We'll bring Prussian Brunswick up to 5 as well. Just as soon as that's done, which we can call it done now. And what is this? Mecklenburg wants a defensive tax. Cool. We'll accept that. Okay. Now we can queue up an additional 2 here. Because we're not paying for this last week. It seems like it pays for the week ahead of the current week. So you don't pay for the last week. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But whatever. So we'll queue up 2 more here. Or actually, we only need 1 more, I think. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Okay. We'll start in West Prussia now, though. So we'll get that going. I'm just bringing these up to multiples of 5 because it makes me feel good. Not because there's any particular reason for it. So we'll need to get a little bit more here. We'll queue up 2 additional. And I'm just going to queue up this last one as well. There we go. These finish very quickly, right? So we can actually build these, like, these barracks expansions are very fast. We can build them somewhat reactionarily, I think. So I'm not going to worry about expanding our military capabilities any more beyond what we have here. For the moment. Okay, so I wouldn't mind working our way out of debt here. Groceries. Produced in food industries. Okay, so we could take a look at that. We definitely could. We could build these in, like, Westphalia. Ideally, I'd like to get to the point where we can get away with doing this consistently. We kind of can't right now, but it's okay. We'll go into debt again. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure this won't flood the market at all. What could possibly go wrong? And we currently need additional iron as well, which I am not shocked about. So we could head into here and look at our iron mines. We currently have 15 levels of iron mine. I definitely wouldn't mind expanding that out. The question is, when do we do it? I mean, we're currently building a bunch of food industries, so I would like to wait. Or would I? Cool. We'll get Prussian Brunswick built up to full. Yes, we're spending a lot. That's understood. As long as we don't hit our cap, it should be fine. Our credit cap. And I'm not going to queue up any more, obviously. This is insane, what I'm doing right now. Absolutely nuts. We should not be doing this under any circumstances. We've got 12 weeks here and 11 weeks here. So we should be just barely okay. We definitely need to deal with our construction goods, but it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's go. I'm not sure it'll be fine. Our debt is a concern. There's no doubt about that. But these will all be finishing at roughly the same time. And we'll start reaping the rewards eventually. Cool. So 6 weeks on our iron mines here. Make that 5 weeks. And we've got 6 weeks on our food industries. So we're going to be kind of flooding the market a bit with iron. And with groceries. I'm sure it'll be fine. Looking in here, we can see groceries are... Yeah, there's not a huge imbalance for that. Iron there very much is. But we're going to flood the market for groceries for now. We're not going to need any additional groceries for a bit. That's very clear. So this is our final week on our groceries are actually going to be done first. That surprises me. Okay. There we go. There's some of those finishing up, I think. No? Okay. There's the groceries finished. And now we're just working on our iron mines. So we're spending a lot less now. Cool. 13 weeks on all of these. I'm watching our debt here just skyrocket, and I'm not necessarily okay with it. We're going to have to chill. There's no doubt about that. I have a tendency to overbuild in this game, it seems. So that's definitely something that we are noting. That's for sure. That is something to take into future games of this. No doubt about that. We've got another 9 weeks here. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's for sure. So our current income, excluding temporary income and expenses, is 36.4k. That will come up somewhat here. But that is grim. No doubt about that. We need to work our way through our debt, and we need to rely on debt less. That is definitely something that we need to do. Okay, canneries have just been unlocked. Cool. So that's all well and good. Our iron mines are going to be finished up in just 3 weeks here. And we can't run a deficit, basically, for a good long time. I want to work our way entirely out of debt here. So a new rule, no more deficit spending. That's the idea. At least until we're out of debt. Because it's awful close. We cut this one close, no doubt about that. But now we're making money. Just barely. And we finish up our last constructions. There we go. Now we're making money, and we need to work our way out of debt. That is for sure. So we'll do that. And we do have unused construction production. That is expected. And let's check in on the market here real quick. A bit of a deficit of steel. This doesn't surprise me that iron is just absolutely flooded at this point. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all that we've got a surplus of iron. And what I want to do at this point is I want to expand our steel mill very slightly. So we've got our steel mills right now. We've got size 2 in Westphalia. Now, our productivity is very good here. We are still making negative, mostly because of iron still. But I want to expand our steel. Let's expand that up to 2 and see what that does as far as cash goes. Can we afford to expand that up to 3? I think we can. Let's go. Oh, we are deficiting right now. I was hoping not to see that. That might change, though, as our iron mines fill out. So the iron mines were mostly, I think, over here. Yeah, they're only at 29% employees right now. So that may end up improving. It's a very, very small deficit. I don't want to be running a deficit. Man, that's tiny. Hopefully that deficit will go away. Hopefully. At the very least, we'll finish up our steel mills and then not run a deficit for a while, or not construct anything at all for a while to make up for it. We should consider not constructing anything at all for a while at this point. Since we've got everything ticking along reasonably well, I think that'll be good. Cool. Yeah, it's a teeny tiny deficit. We should be safe. We've got 13 weeks until our steel mills are expanded. Now it's down to 500. That deficit just cut almost in half. Okay, now it's going back up a bit. Okay. I think that mostly has to do with the monthly prices, but that's okay. The moment we finish up these steel mills, we're going to be making a good amount of cash. 37.9k right now. So that seems just fine. We definitely want to work through that. Logistics just finished up, plus 20% to conscriptable battalions. Interesting. So we're at 166 plus 87 now. That's decent. Rifling is now spreading as well. And the price of steel dropped a little bit. That's okay. We're mostly building the steel for our own uses. We would like the price of steel to continue to drop. Hence why we're building steel mills. So we are going to finish those up in just 4 weeks here. Junkers is no longer powerful. Okay. And we're just about out of that deficit. Psychiatry has finished up. Bavarian France is now interested in... Oh, Bavaria is interested in France. Got it. There's an import route for steel, and there's a labor movement spreading. Okay. Sounds good. So we're going to be finishing up our steel mills momentarily. We're basically done buying construction for them. Cool. And that finishes up now. And now we're working our way out of debt. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll see if I can manage to avoid deficit spending for a while. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. Ooh, market access in Westphalia. Let's go ahead and real quick go into our... Where do I want to be? Production lens? No, I want to be in trade lens. And then in Westphalia. So we need another level of railway here. There we go. Cool. So that'll be fine. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Atala, Jens Graham, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.